Assalam. Welcome to India. How are you?
I'm wonderfully well. Always a pleasure to be here. Magnificent city, Bengaluru.
Yeah,
I want to ask a few questions to you.
Please do.
What do you think about the cricketers in India?
India is the most magnificent place for cricket. Players are becoming more expressive in the way they want to play the game. They're becoming more attacking. The batting quality, it seems to be endless. They just keep bringing them on, and it's so good to see. Yet also in the game now, experienced and wonderful players like Ashwin and Jadeja are still so impactful in all formats of the game. So in India you find fresh talent coming through, but you also have great respect for considerable talent of the ages. So always have a great appreciation being able to come here and learn more from what you've got.
What is the difference between Indian cricket and national cricket?
The difference between Indian and Australian cricket is Indian cricket is more patient and willing to play the long game, very strategic in the way they do things, and they're willing to take the time to think their way through a situation to get on top. Australia tends to sort of at times play more of a power game and take more risks. We probably have seen in recent seasons we haven't had enough batters make centuries or big scores, so it's not been to our detriment. But I think one of the good things is that in the IPL, a lot of Australians get to play IPL, so we get to come and learn from Indians, and we're very grateful for that. And hopefully when we play the World Cup in June, we can win our third World Cup.
No chance India will win.
And be the world champions of everything. India will win.
As a coach, how does you feel when Maxwell has in millions of fans, especially from India?
It is quite incredible that a young boy from Melbourne, Australia could have so many fans across the world, and I suppose it's a testament that he's been willing to bring himself over here now for many, many years, and not only be mindful of his own performance but also been accepting of the country. He's married to an Indian girl, they've now had a family, and I think he's embraced everything that this wonderful country has. So it's been a really good experience for him, and he's tried to make the most out of it, not unlike David Warner to a degree. The players who really embrace and immerse themselves deeply in the culture and are respectful towards the fans, they're enjoying what's happening here for them.
When did you find the Maxwell talent, Maxi talent?
Well, Richard Clifton found the Maxi talent as a young man at Richmond Career Club. I was fortunate enough to captain him at an early stage, and he always wanted to open the batting, bat middle order, wicket keep. He'd bowl fast, he'd bowl spin, and he wanted to field every ball. But one of the best things about Glenn from a young player is if he had a ball and a stump, he was happy. He would always be doing something at practice to get better. You would never see him sitting around waiting to be told what to do or told to do something. He would work out something by himself, and then when other people came to practice, he would challenge them and he would create these little contests. And it's no surprise that really what we see in him now in winning big matches, that's just him being a kid and trying to beat whoever else comes along. So, an amazing player.
How did you shape the aggressive Maxwell batting?
Well, the aggressive batting really came from himself and just a desire to score and take on the bowlers at all times. And it was just creating an environment where we would encourage him to play without fear and be prepared to take risks. And honestly, in his younger days, when he was 17, 18, he made a lot of mistakes, but he was also prepared to work through it and persist and persevere. And eventually he found ways to turn that into strengths of his game. And it's just being able to make sure the player is in a space where there's confidence for them to experiment and just be the best they can be. Because in the end, with batting, aggressive batting, it's trying to find the middle of the bat or the best part of the bat to play. And sometimes it might look different, but it's all the same end result.
What advice would you like to give to young cricketers?
Any cricketers is play the game with a smile on your face, with a smile on your heart, and always be trying to do something better from being a little bit different if you can. Have courage to try something new and stick with it, because sometimes what might not be the right, you can make it a strength of yours. So, and also remember that cricket is a team game. Yes, it's important as an individual, yet quite often the difference between a good player and a great player is the quality of team they play in. If you can make your team a good team, you'll have a much better experience. So be a good team person.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. Thank you.